Hi y'all, I'm Gina with Claiborne Parish Library. Welcome to another episode of Crafting with Gina. Today I'm going to show you these beautiful flowers that I made with plastic bottles. So don't throw your bottles away. They're made with plastic bottles and permanent markers and some other items, which I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. So first you're going to need empty plastic bottles. I've already cut the top off of this one. As you can see, I've cut the top. So we'll come back. We got to have plastic bottles. We're going to need scissors. You don't have to have an X-Acto knife, but I like to use it to get my cut started on the bottle. It makes it a lot easier to cut with the scissors. Then you're going to need permanent markers because we're going to do some coloring. And bamboo skewers. Or you can use the stems that you can get at like Hobby Lobby. They're called floral stems. They're already green. And then we're going to need our hot glue gun, which I got right here. Trusty little hot glue gun. And some pom-poms. I like to put these in the middle of the flowers. And a candle and a lighter, which we will be using at the end. And then of course you can use wire, because you can take these that I don't have skewers, and you can put some hot glue and put some wire or ribbon or something on there, and you can tie these to one of those wreaths, those wire wreaths, and make a beautiful flower type wreath. You can add some leaves or whatever. I don't have any here. I just had the plastic flowers that I made. So, now we're going to get started. First, we are going to just take our bottle and we're going to cut it, which I used the X-Acto knife to get it started. And then I cut around and cut this little piece off here, because this is going to be one of our flowers. Now we're going to do it on the other end. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. Be very careful so you don't cut yourself. And I'm going to get it started. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to cut it right here. See, some of the plastic bottles are a little thicker, so that's the reason why I like to get it started with the X-Acto knife. And then I'm going to cut around, cut the bottom off. And I'm going to set this aside because I have another project that I'm just going to explain to y'all real shortly at the end of the video on how to do that. I'm going to make sure this is dry with my paper towel. So now I've got these two pieces. This one right here I started earlier today. I'm going to show you what we're doing. Now I'm going to show you how to cut the petals. So first, you take your scissors and you're going to cut right about right here, as far as you can down. Like I say, I got a cut here. And then I'm going to go to the other side and give it a cut right across from that cut. So now it's like in half. Then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to cut here in the middle of that, where you can see I've got two here, and then the other side. I'm going to try to make, and then I'm going to cut these petals right here, which I hope you can see. I'm going to cut those in half, because by the time I get done and get the petals circled, it's going to look like a flower. Okay, so now you can kind of see I've got these little petals here. I'm just going to bend them back so you can kind of see what I'm doing. See, now it looks kind of like a flower.
Hold the paper behind it.
Oh, okay, because it's clear. I'm going to turn it around like this so you can see. Can you see now? There's little petals. Now I'm going to come around and I'm going to cut on these petals and make them kind of circular. So I'm going to have to put my glasses on so I don't mess this part up. So I take my little scissors.
Try holding the blue folder.
Okay, we're going to try to add some color to this so you can see what I see better. All right, here we go. You see now? Okay. Once we get some color to it, it'll be easier. Now I'm going to go and make these little petals kind of circular like a flower. Simple, simple. It doesn't have to be perfect either. That's what's so neat about this is once it gets put over the open flame, it kind of melts and makes its own little petal design. And so every flower turns out to be real unique. So, okay, now I've got these circular. So I've got that little flower there. Now this one is the bottom. And I'm going to go and try to make some little petals here. You can kind of see the little four. Every bottle at the bottom is a little different. So you're going to have some really cool looking flowers when you get done. Okay. Oh, it's hard to... I'm going to try to come closer to the middle. There. And of course, then you're going to take the little petals. I'm going to put one right in the middle there. And you're going to circle them, round them out a little bit. Okay. You do that all the way around. Now I'm going to come over here and pull this one that I've already got done. Set that aside. And this one right here, I started coloring. And what I did, I don't want to get anything on this, is you can set this down on your table and then just start coloring. Oh, wrong one. This one. Yes, this is the one. It's got a lot of color. You need to use permanent markers too. This way the color will not wash off if it gets wet. And then I like to add another color to it once I color this. You can come back with another color. You can make it look however way you want. I'm going to use blue. And just put a few little stripes in here. It just gives it a really, really pretty color. Now, I'm showing you how to do that. And you do it to both. You would come around here on your other flower and just start coloring. But I've got some over here. I'm going to demonstrate what we're going to do next once you get these all colored. See, the permanent marker, it just really does add a lot of color to the flower. I'll show you there. So I'm going to get some that I've already got done to demonstrate. Let's see here. I've got this one. And I've got this one. Now I'm going to demonstrate with my candle the burning of the petals so that you'll be able to see how these petals react once they have a flame. I'm just going to try to light one of these. It would be a lot easier if you had a little tea light. That way you could concentrate just one petal at a time over the flame. So now I've got this little flower. Wish that that down where it kind of opens the flower up a little bit. And I'm going to start holding it over the flame. And I'm going to keep my skewer here because sometimes these are so flimsy, they just kind of turn in, and they shrink up a little bit. So you can see this one is trying to do its own little thing here. Let's see here. Try to get all these done. See, they will turn a little bit. Can you see that? No? Okay. It's kind of hard. I've got to get it down close to the flame. But once you put it over the flame, just kind of move it around. Otherwise, they do like that. They just kind of, if they do flip over, grab it real quick before it cools off. I know it's kind of hard to see. Alright, little fire. I think it would be a lot easier if you had a little tea light candle. I just have one of these larger ones. I just need to go get me some of those to make these little flowers. And so you're going to do it to both ends. I'm going to show you what it looks like up close. Okay. Can you see a little bit? Okay, because they do kind of shrivel up just a little bit. So, and you're going to do it with both items. And then here's one. This is a bottom. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I got these little pom-poms. And they're flying all over the table. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put a little purple one right in the middle here. And I'm going to take my glue gun, dab a little bit of glue in there, and put this in there. And so now I've got a little flower here. Okay, and this one here, I colored orange in the middle of this, but I think I've got a little, yeah, there we go, got a little orange ball we're going to stick in the middle. Okay, there we go, and there's that one. So cute. Next thing you want to do is, like I said, you could put a little glue on here and a little wire or ribbon or whatever you wanted and attach it to a wire wreath. Or you could make a wreath with cardboard or whatever and just cover them up with the flowers and make your own little wreath. I'm going to demonstrate real quick how to put a skewer. I like to cut my skewers, and I use smaller jars at my house. And I like to cut them in half and then glue them on the back. Right there. So I'm going to see if I can get, let's see if I can do this. Okay, here we go. Not very much. I was right at the end. And so I'm going to glue that on there. And see if we can glue this one on here too. there and let it glue. So once the glue dries to the flower, then you are going to get several of these. And they look like this once they're done. Okay. And I just have a bunch of different ones. This one right here, just to show you, I made this with a large Sprite bottle. So it's a bigger flower. I have not figured out, I thought it would be kind of cool if I could get the petals to kind of turn a certain way. That way if I stuck it on a stick and out in the yard, maybe it might blow around. I don't know. But it would be kind of fun to try to do something like that with this flower. All right, that's the end of our program here, our episode. I hope that next time you tune in to our next episode, Crafting with Gina. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.